Hey guys, welcome to the stream. We are just gonna get things set up. Actually playing 3 tables at the minute, so we're multi-tabling. We're playing the Big 110, we're playing the $3.30 Bounty Builder, and we're playing $2.20 Bubble Rush. So we're late regged into the Bounty Build, into the Bubble Rush, sorry. And we've only got 18 big blinds, so the action should be pretty quick. We should be looking at some all-ins pretty quickly. Oh, we've got Ace-King. So let's move this up here. We're going to go all in. Get called by Queen-Jack, so no Queen and no Jack. So flop, that turn. Good river. We get the double up we need. Up to 30 big blinds now. Now we might consider stealing the blinds here. Unlikely that anyone's going to be going all in, and we've got, 2 reasonably tight players behind us. We're going to fold the 3-9 there as well, so we're going to raise this up. We're going to do 2.5 big blinds, and we want 2 folds, but we don't mind seeing a flop either. We can represent aces, and we can also actually, well, I say aces, we can represent picture cards. We can also represent, or we can actually hit the flop. So as it is, we're representing a queen. If we get any playback after this, we're just going to fold it out. And we do get playback, so going to fold this time. So if you're joining me, my name is Rob Rockets. My streams are usually slightly different from what you've probably seen before. So I play low stakes. I'm trying to do proper bankroll management, so I'm just an average guy. I have a job which I go to. I work Monday to Friday. But, my hobby is playing poker, and I love doing the streams and talking to you guys as well. I'm not perfect, but I'm learning from this, and I really enjoy what I'm doing. So we're going to raise this up here to 2.5 big blinds with the pocket fives. Pretty good position, and also we can represent, again, the perceived ranges, aces, kings, queens, that kind of thing. We almost actually hit it, but it's just a 4. So we're going to bet here. Wouldn't expect a big raise. I'm hoping that this is going to be a fold because we have pocket queens in the other hand. It is a fold, so let's get this over here. This is in the Bubble Rush. We are 17 big blinds. I think we're probably okay with a 3-bet here, actually. Let's go to 12.50. So we're hoping for a shove. We don't really want to see a fold here. We want to get as much out of this as we can. We do get the shove. So we're going to call with the pocket queens. Oh my god, he's got pocket kings. And he's hit the set. And we got a queen just to rub it in. Oh my god, we got a flush. It's a split. Yes. That's what you need to win these kinds of tournaments, is a little bit of luck. And this guy has just had like the sickest run of hands. He's had jacks, queens, and now kings. So, we get lucky. It was looking pretty dire. I thought we were going to be taking an early bath for this tournament, but we're still in it. Still got 15 big blinds, so lucky us. Jack 9 of spades, though, we're going to go over to this one. This is the Bubble Rush. Do you know what I was going to play Jack 9 of spades? Could we call this? Let's call it. Only one guy behind us to make a move, but he doesn't. And we hit top pair. So I think we're happy to go with this hand now. 2 hearts in the mix as well. There's 2,000 in the pot. I think we're happy to just go all in. We want to take the pot down. Don't really want to see any more cards. So Queen 4 is going to be a fold. Put that down. And we get 2 folds. And so we just win the pot because the guy's sat out. I don't even know if we have to go to showdown then. I don't actually know if that goes to showdown or not. I guess not. Who knows? Well, we're up to 170th out of 368, so actually not quite in the money. A7 though. And looking at the stacks, I think this is probably a shove. 60s is a fold. So I think we're happy to just get it in here. Takes a big hand to call us. And the stacks behind us are it's going to be pretty damaging if they do call, so they have to have a big hand to make a call. We're happy with just the blinds. We get called by ace-6, so no 6. Possibility of a chop, but we win it outright, up to 14,300. Ace-king for us in the bubble rush. We're going to be getting it in. We have a limp and a raise here, so we're no problems with getting it in here. We'll earn, even if everybody folds, we are going to have half of our stack added to us. We get a call though. And it's ace-king versus ace-9, so no 9. Terrible flop. Lots to dodge. And we get there. We get the double up to 24k. Lovely pot for us to win. Those are the kinds of races that can win you tournaments or lose the tournaments for you. So we're up to 25th. Average stack is 13,000, so very happy with the outcome, as I'm sure you can imagine. We're going to play this hand, ace-3. Do we want to make the call? We're getting 7-1 on a call here. Do we want to consider a raise? What are we at? Oh, this is the bubble. We're definitely going to raise this up here. We're going to go all in. Going to fold the jack-6. Trying to put the pressure on now. Possibility that we get called behind. But again, would have to have a big hand. Going to fold the ace-4 in this one though. We get a call from 10-9. And we take the pot down, so there's an extra amount of chips for us. And we are on the bubble in the bounty builder. So I'm going to minimize that one down. In fact, I'm going to need to move that one over. Let's watch the hand for hand. Sweat it out. Not much to sweat for us, really. Pretty certain that we're going to be something absolutely abysmal would have to happen for us to get knocked out here. I think we're alright with a raise here. We probably want to consider raising any 2 cards. Probably everybody's going to fold at this point. And we're happy to just take down the pot. We do get a call from the big stack though. How often does he fold to a continuation bet? We don't know the answer to that. So we completely missed the flop. There's diamonds. Obviously, it's a monotone board. I think we should still bet here. We're only going to bet one time, though. 4,000. Not going to be too much of a dent into our stack. Also, it hits our perceived range a lot. He ships it, though. We are in the money. So the bubble burst. I guess we must have done it before. Obviously, this is going to be a fold for us now. Just going to Hollywood it a little bit. Make it look like we have a decision, and then fold. Ace would fold here. We're going to fold out. Bit of a weird ship. Probably had a flush draw, to be honest with you. I'd imagine he had the king of diamonds, because that would make sense. King of diamonds with, oh no. Yeah. If you actually have the flush, it's a bad decision, because there's always a possibility that I might barrel off on the turn as well, and you lose the value, so probably more likely to be an ace or a 2-pair or something like that. Just trying to put a bit of bubble pressure on, but didn't really work out for us. This guy's super loose, actually. So it might have even just been a pair of 10s, you know. Aces is a good hand, though. That's going to be going all in, especially with the raise. We'd love a call here as well. Doesn't happen. We are all in. Aces for the win. Should be a win. And Genie is going to call. Folds it. That's okay. 9,100 comes our way, up to 21k. So if you're just joining us, we are in the money in the $2.20 Bubble Rush. 86 players left. We are also doing pretty well in the... Oh my god, we've got Ace King. We're also doing pretty well in the $3.30 Bounty Builder. We have knocked out 2 people. So we paid for half of our entry. Ace King is going to be, I think we... we don't. Do we do a small raise here? I think we do. We're going to go for a small raise and hope that we get 3-bet. Would like Nasty Prick to ship it, but he doesn't. We get a call and we flopped a pair of kings. So 9,000 in the pot. I think we're happy to go with a half pot bet here. Do we want to go for 2/3 bet? It puts 6,000. Half pot, yeah, it's kind of much of a muchness really. I think we get a call by a flush anyway. Not really much chance of him having two pairs here either. King 10 is the only real option. King Deuce probably just folds, so kind of happy with that. Ace 10 in the bounty builder. How many chips have we got? Do we think we're getting called? He's tried to steal quite a lot. He's got quite a lot of chips there as well. So I think we're happy to just call. And we don't really hit the flop. So I think we probably just check fold here to a bet. Likelihood is that he's stealing here. But we just don't really have any equity. Even the hands that are bluffing here are beating us. Some of them. It's a real, like, small bet though. Let's think about this. It might be stealing. I think we're happy to just call one actually. We'll call one. I changed my mind. So we check called. Possibility that he's stealing. Also, bet sizing makes sense to have actually got a big hand. So we want to see a check. If we see a check, then we'll probably ship it on the river. We do see a check, so we are going to be making a biggish bet here. 8,000, 6,400. What do we want to do? Now we're going to go all in. And it's not a snap call, so happy with that. And we do get a fold up to 38,000. And then we get pocket queens. Loving life at the minute. You gotta take little risks like that. That was the reason we decided to float, was because it could have been a steal and probably unlikely to have had much of the flop. I have just seen somebody get knocked out of the bounty builder with pocket aces against 6-10 of clubs. The 6-10 of clubs wins with a straight, and he got the straight after. Let's just be clear about this. Okay, so sort of a weird situation. I wonder if we call here, we might get a shove from Nasty Prick. I think that's probably the game plan here. Don't want to put him off too much, and there's a lot of chips in there for him to win as well. Just going to try and get as much value from this as we can. Ace is obviously a bad card. I think we're going to probably check call again. 4,800, similar size to the last time. Obviously there's more chance that we have a flush draw here as well. So I think we're alright with just a call. Obviously last time he just checked the turn, so we're going to do the same play as we did before, almost can kind of turn our hand into a bit of a bluff, I think. And he does check. 10 on the end. I think we probably just check call now. 6 and 10, yeah, I think we just go for a check call. And we win the pot. So up to 50,000. We got ace 5 of diamonds. What do we want to do? Raise from under the gun. Got tight people in the blinds as well. I think we're going to go for a little raise here. Obviously we want to be playing cards a little bit. We can fold if someone decides to get a bit crazy. I don't think it's going to happen though. We get a kind of level of respect because we should get a level of respect because of the position we've raised from. We do get a call and we can actually get a pair of fives. Probably not the flop that he's expecting that we're going to hit, but we could have like a pocket pair as well. I think we're happy to go for a half pot bet here. Obviously we get a call, not wild about that. Could be hearts. Do get a fold though. And up to 57,000. And into 26th position. I've just had a text, so I'm wondering if this is from Kevin telling me to shut up. No, it's not. It's... Oh my god, that's not even a text. Why is that gone off? I'm gonna show you. Oh my god, I'm gonna show you in a minute because we got pocket queens. Excitement. We are gonna be all in. We're gonna follow through with the plan that we had, which was just to get it in with a big hand. Naturally, we want to call. Folded up to Machino though. Who calls as well. So we're going to be going to... Oh my god, we've got 3 calls. So it's ace queen versus 10s. We're in a good position. We don't want to see an ace. And we take it down. We get a triple up. That is an absolute dream. Lucky us. Up to 81,000. You've got to really appreciate those kinds of hands when they come along, because they don't happen that often. Oh, what a relief. Up to 10th. We were 41st or something before that hand. So that was a big pot for us to win. I'm very excited by that. Enjoyed that very much. So often when you have those kinds of situations, it's not the case. Or certainly in my experience, but maybe that says more about me as a player, I'm not sure. Anyway, as it is, we're in 10th position, 11th now, but we'll make it back up in time. It's queen versus 9s. Not the strength I was expecting to see, to be honest with you. I would have expected a ship with ace queen. Gets the bust though, and we're down to 40 players. Oh my god, we got aces. The dream is alive. The dream is alive. We are just going to do a min raise. We want the Omen now to ship it here. I think we're actually just going to go for a min raise, you know. Wouldn't mind Nasty Prick 3-betting, but he doesn't. This is a total trap. We would like Omen now to get his chips in the pot. And he does, and obviously we're calling. Queen 10 of diamonds. So good flop for us. Terrible turn, but the good river sees us knock out Omen now. We've got 8-10 of hearts on the big blind. Definitely going to be calling, provided we don't get another 3-bet here. Equity, we've got 4.4 to 1, and it's a hand that flops reasonably well as well. So 8-10 of hearts, and we got a pair of 8s. I don't think we can fold to 1-bet here. Let's see how often he's continued. Is this not updated yet? He hasn't continued, apparently. I guess we must not have had... I can't believe that. Huh, apparently he hasn't. We're going to call. We'll see one more card. Obviously, we would like to see an 8 or a 10. For a space, doesn't really change much, so it's just the case of whether we think we're losing to a king here. He's been pretty active, having been quite tight, so I think we probably... Are we just going to check call this down? That's a pretty big bet, though. That's the kind of bet that makes me think he's scared of seeing a club. So if he's scared of seeing a club, he's probably got a king. Possibly got an 8 as well. I think we're happy to probably just fold now. Had he bet half the pot, I think we probably would have gone again. But it was just a very big bet, and not totally sure. Would have liked to have seen a club there, actually. We could have bluffed the flush. We had a raise from Argui. We got ace 5. You know what? We've been pretty active recently. Let's just fold. Let's keep it cool, keep it calm. So we get a call from Sanja. So whilst this hand plays out, we're going to go and play the Show the Flag, Guess the Flag competition, which is really just a competition for me. It's a little challenge that I set myself every day, where I show the flags and then have to try and make a decision on what the names of those flags are. I'm going to come back to it though, because we have ace of hearts, 9 of clubs, and I think we can do a little raise here. Ordinarily wouldn't recommend this kind of bet. Do we want to do it? Do we want to call this guy? Yeah, I think we'd have to. I don't think there's any folding if he does decide to ship it. Jakey, YDG, with the decision there, he decides to fold as well, so we pick up another little pot. Happy to do that. 8-10 of clubs, also possibly a playable hand. I think we're just ever so slightly too early positioned to want to do it. So we're going to fold with the 8-10 of clubs. So let's get these flags up. There is definitely one here which I have absolutely no idea what it is. But let's go and do the ones that I can have a guess at. So we have obviously got the UK here. These ones, classic Russian Federation, always up there. We've got a nice German flag up here. This flag I'm not so sure about. I have a feeling this is Ukraine, funnily enough, but I'm probably going to be very wrong. It is Romania. We have King, 10 of clubs. Probably early position again, too early, so we're going to fold. Let's get the flags back up. This, I think, is Estonia. Oh no, that one is the Ukraine. You see, this is the thing. Sometimes I look great, sometimes I look like a total idiot. So that's the flag of the Ukraine. This one, I'm going to guess. I have a feeling this is Macedonia, but it might be. I might be completely wrong. I have absolutely no idea. It is Montenegro. So there you go. Montenegro has a weird kind of eagles. There's 2 eagles, and then a little blue. That looks like a lion in the middle. I haven't been that wrong for a little while. And we got Jack of Spades, 9 of Spades. On the button. Get a raise from DeFlu. We are down to 27. So we're going to be calling this bet. We've got great odds. We've got a good hand. We either hit the flop or we don't. This kind of hand. Also possibility that this is just a steal. So yeah, more than happy to call the 3000. Let's see a flop. We get top pair. Actually quite like that flop a lot. So the plan is going to be to check raise here. It misses a lot of DeFlu's range, and we don't really want to see any more cards. Obviously a heart is a bad card, so we want to take the pot down on the flop. So there's the bet. If we get re-raised after this, then I think we probably fold. I'm going to raise it up to 19,000. Expecting to see a fold. Do you get the fold? Nice win for us, up to 96,000. I love it when a plan comes together. Oh, there was a part of me that thought that was going to go tits up then. I have to say that he's playing his hands reasonably straightforwardly, and we've got Ace King, and it's his big blind. We are definitely raising this up. 7,000 if you want to play. Enjoying this very much. I expect we'll get a call from here from Merlot. And we're going to have position on him. We're going to have position on everyone as it happens. Obviously, if anyone does decide to go all in here, we are going to be calling. There is a possibility that we get busted, but unlikely that we're going to see an all-in. We do get the call. So pretty dry board. I think we're okay with a bet here. We don't want to see a donk lead. That would be a bit weird. We do see a donk lead. It's 5,600, which is not a big bet. So 5.5 to 1. The problem with, well, I think we can call here actually. Possible that he has a jack, a 6 or a 4. Get a call from Little B33 as well. So we're 3-way to the turn. Would like to see a check here. Don't mind seeing the river card here at all. These are such small bets. We're getting odds of 6 to 1. I just don't think we can fold for a bet that is that size. So we have a pair of 6s. There's a flush gets there as well. Little concerned by Little B33. I kind of think we're probably behind here. The question is, if we bet, are we getting folds? He might have been... No, I don't think we are. I think we just check. And pair of 7s. Gonna take it down. So not like too worried about the way that we played that. Probably... maybe we would have got a fold from a pair of 7s there. Like King Queen. King Queen are decent cards. He decides to fold it though. We're gonna raise here. Might look like a steal. Don't mind if it does. actually raised that slightly more than I meant to. Get a call from Giorgio. He was playing against us before, so he will have seen us doing some stealing before. We flop a pair of kings, so like that, but not really a big fan of any cards that can come at heart. We would want to see low cards, really. So we're going to put a big bet out at this point. 15,000 feels like a lot. Well, it's half. 11,000. So we're going to bet 11,000. If we get a call, we will be all in on the turn, unless it's a heart. It is not a heart. That is a good card for us, so we are going to be going all in here. We get a call by pocket nines. Ah, that's gross. What a horrible run out. We're out of the tournament in 17th place. Ah, what a deep run. We had a really good run. We lock up $8.98. Not really the aim that we were going for. Oh, we actually finished in 21st. What a shame. Oh well. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the stream, do give me a follow. That's probably going to be it for tonight. But nice deep run. 21st out of 932. Not a bad number to have in the record books. Just a shame we didn't quite make it on the end, but these things happen. So yeah, thank you very much, guys, and I will catch you soon.